Here, I've marked the center. You should use a pencil. I use the marker just for better visibility. You just need to line up the drill bit. You'll secure it in the wood screw, and then you'll clamp that down. Here I'm using a square just to make sure that the whistle is straight up and down so you don't end up drilling out the side of the whistle. Drill down about 1/4 inch to 3/4 of an inch at a time and come out to clear the shavings. You'll notice here that the wood screw, the wooden clamp, wasn't tight enough. Make certain that this is tight enough so it won't move. I've cut the air slot. This is tough to get just right, so I'll cut this for you. You can use a bevel gauge or a square to mark your design. Use a pencil. Use a block of wood to help get the design started. Once you've got it started and it's a little bit deep, you can remove the block and continue. Another simple design you might like to try would be using a hand plane. You can use the hand plane to bevel some of the edges. Now you're ready to sand the entire project, except for the end with the hole in it. To get to those tough to sand spots, you can wrap sandpaper around a file, a dowel, or even a thin piece of wood. Stretch out a piece of sandpaper and sand one side of the dowel flat. You'll have to test the sound often to get it sanded just right. Once the whistle sounds good, put the dowel in position and make a line so you know where to put the glue. Now you'll apply glue. Make sure you put this on the curved side only. Cover the entire curved side right up to the line that you made. Now for the really boring part. You're going to have to insert and hold the dowel for about 20 minutes with steady pressure. Once the glue is dried, you'll use the bandsaw to cut off the excess dowel, then sand that in. For shellacking, you'll need 3 clean cloths. You'll also need the mineral oil and shellac. You can put some oil in the dropper and make sure that the shellac is mixed well. Now I'm folding up the reservoir cloth, and I'll wrap another cloth around it. The third cloth is used for buffing only. I'll start with about 10 drops of shellac and apply that directly to the cloth. When I start shellacking, I'll move in a quick circular motion with light pressure, and I'll cover as much area as possible with the shellac before it starts to dry. Make certain that you do stop before the shellac dries and gets sticky. You'll add just a small amount of oil to the project and then just a few more drops of shellac to the cloth. Move through the oil before the shellac gets sticky. And you may want to repeat this process several times. Now you need to make sure that the shellac is completely dry. You can brush it lightly with the cloth or even blow on it to dry it out faster. Now use the buffing cloth to bring out the shine. If you're sure it's dry, you'll press hard and move really fast to generate some heat. Use some old 600 grit sandpaper to smooth out any shellac bumps that you might feel. Once you've gotten all the bumps out, it may be necessary to repeat the entire shellacking process several times over the course of even a few days to make sure you get it as shiny as possible.